Welcome to Sports Guy Talking. I am Dustin Tran, your host, as I am here today to talk about the Los Angeles Lakers completing a 27-point comeback against the Dallas Mavericks. The Lakers have played really well recently, and they seem to be within range of being the playoff team. In fact, if the Lakers end up being the 6th seed or even higher than that, they would not even have to participate in the play-in tournament. Before I say anything else though, I want to present you guys with a topic question. So here it is. Will the Los Angeles Lakers make the NBA playoffs this season? And what I'm going to say is, based on the way how the Lakers have been playing in recent memory, I think they're going to go ahead and make the playoffs. It seems almost a foregone conclusion that the Los Angeles Lakers will be a playoff team in the NBA this season. Why do I say that? Because the Lakers, they got players that fit in really well. They've got LeBron, they've got AD, they've got D'Angelo Russell when healthy. He'll be back in the starting lineup sooner rather than later. They've got Malik Beasley, they've got Vanderbilt, they've got the Hachimura guy, and they've got Schroder playing the point. So they got a deep team. They got 2 stars on their team. They have a lot of good role players. This is not when they had Russell Westbrook on their roster. The fact that they were able to get rid of Russell Westbrook was already addition by subtraction. But then to be able to get some quality role players in return for that, congratulations to the Los Angeles Lakers. The Los Angeles Lakers right now have a really nice roster. And I understand that LeBron James right now, he currently has a right foot injury, but I don't believe it's going to be serious. I know reports are saying that LeBron said that he heard a pop in there, but it doesn't seem like it's going to hinder him from playing basketball. Darvin Ham, their head coach, is going to say that LeBron James is going to play through the injury. LeBron James will play through the injury. You guys can criticize LeBron James for a lot of things, but this is not one of them. LeBron James tries to make the regular season matter, and he plays every game that he can more often than not. Occasionally, yeah, he'll do load management, but for the most part, he'll play through it. The fact of the matter is this: LeBron James, he's one of the greatest players to ever lace up the game of basketball, and he's a fantastic player. When it's all said and done, he's going to be at least a top 3, top 5 player of all time. LeBron James, what his impact can do, he's having a tremendous year in year 20. What's he doing in year 20 is almost unheard of. It's just incredible what LeBron James has done, and you got to give him tremendous props for that. But let me give credit to Anthony Davis where credit was due, because Anthony Davis has been not playing by Anthony Davis kind of standards in recent memory. But so far, ever since Anthony Davis got the benefit of Russell Westbrook getting traded, Anthony Davis has played much better. In fact, Anthony Davis played so well yesterday that he led the Lakers in points. This man scored 30 points and put up 15 rebounds, so he played pretty effective. And Vanderbilt, he might not put up the stats, but you can tell that he's crashing the boards and he's playing hard and he's putting up hustle stats. He might not put up the greatest numbers in the world, but he's going to get the job done. Then you got Dennis Schroder. It seems like he knows his role really well, or at least he knows his role better than Russell Westbrook. And they got Beasley, a guy that can score. He didn't have a great game against the Mavericks, but we know that Malik Beasley is capable of going off whenever he can. So when you look at it from that perspective, the Lakers, they got a really nice team overall, and they're starting to play better basketball. They started out the year pretty rough, but they've been getting better and better. And with the way how they've been playing the rest of the year and with the teams that are in front of them right now, it's not unthinkable to think that the Los Angeles Lakers are going to be a top 6 team. Do I think it's going to happen? Ultimately, I'm going to have to go with a no on that one, but that's because the West is simply just too deep. But as far as them making the play-in tournament and winning a play-in game, I think they're going to go ahead and do that. I feel like it's almost inevitable. LeBron James in playoff mode is different. When you talk about playoff LeBron James, he is one of the greatest players to ever do it. And when you look at this Lakers team, they got good role players. They got a co-star alongside of LeBron James. LeBron James is still going strong in year 20. He's been playing fantastic for the Los Angeles Lakers. I know that he hasn't necessarily been playing great since he broke the record for most points scored in a career, but he's still been playing pretty well by most people's standards. I understand that the Lakers are 12th in the Western Conference. I understand that they're currently not even in play-in territory. But think about it. Think about the teams that are in there right now in the play-in tournament. It's currently the Warriors, the Jazz, the Timberwolves, and the Pelicans. And right now, the Trailblazers are currently ahead of the Lakers. If we're being honest, the Lakers could honestly pass all of those teams. The Lakers play defense. They play hard for their coach. They've been getting better on the offensive side. And honestly, LeBron James, when he turns it on, that's when he's going to be really on. I'm sorry, but that's just the reality of the matter. That's how great of a player LeBron James is. And that's just who he is as a player, man. When you look at the Western Conference, though, it's just really stacked. It's just hard for me to imagine the Lakers being able to get a top 4 seed. I've heard some people talk about that, but I don't think that's going to happen. That's just too hard for me. I know they're not out out of it. They're only basically like 4 games back, but still, it's just too much ground to make up this late in the year. When you look at the NBA current standings, you've got the Nuggets, you've got the Grizzlies, you've got the Kings, you've got the Suns, you've got the Clippers, you've got the Mavericks, all occupying the top 6 seeds. And ultimately, what I see happening is that I see the Nuggets, they're still going to maintain the 1 seed. They're just simply better than everybody else in the West. They're an excellent home team. They're not going to lose their home games. And I think the Nuggets, as long as they just do just fine on road games, they're going to end up being the 1 seed. Then you've got the Grizzlies. They're a really good team. I know a lot of people talk smack about the Grizzlies, but the Grizzlies, give them their respect where credit is due. They can play, and they're a really good regular season team. So you've got to put the Grizzlies in there. And then you look at the Suns with the addition of Kevin Durant. He's going to help them out tremendously. The only thing that's going to stop the Suns in the regular season is health. So when you look at it from that perspective, if the Phoenix Suns can remain healthy, they're going to be a top 3 seed. Then you got the Dallas Mavericks. I got to put them up there in the top 6. Why do I say that? Even though they just lost to the Lakers, they do have a lot of talent. They got Luka, they got Kyrie. Anytime you got those two, it's going to be an offensive explosion. And once they can figure out that chemistry thing, the Mavericks are going to be a dangerous team. So I got to definitely put the Mavericks in there. The Lakers are not going to get past them. And then I got to go with the Sacramento Kings. And you might wonder why. I mean, the Sacramento Kings, who do they got? Well, they got De'Aaron Fox and they got that Sabonis guy. And the Sacramento Kings, they've been overachieving this year. They've been playing really good basketball, and I don't see the Kings falling off that much. They might fall off a bit, but they're not going to fall off tremendously to the point where they're going to be a play-in team. So they're going to make the playoffs straight up. Then you got the Golden State Warriors, who I think are going to end up filling in the 6th spot. Why do I say that? Because once Steph Curry returns and once the Warriors can figure out their road woes, the Warriors are going to be able to go on a run. And ultimately, it was honestly a coin flip between the Warriors and the Lakers. It's going to be either one of those teams that's going to end up getting the 6th spot, because one of those teams is going to end up going on a run and they're going to end up separating themselves. But ultimately, I had to go with the Warriors. I just trust Steph Curry in the depth that the Golden State Warriors have. They're going to get it done. They're going to end up being the top 6 seed. But that leaves the Los Angeles Lakers in the play-in tournament, which is nothing wrong with that, because I think the Lakers, they're going to end up getting the 7th seed. I think a team like the Los Angeles Clippers are going to end up falling off. I think they're going to regress with the Russell Westbrook addition. They don't necessarily look that good of a basketball team with him on the floor. That's just the reality of the situation. And then you look at some overachieving teams like the Jazz and possibly the Trailblazers. They've done a pretty good job considering what they've had to deal with this year. But let's be honest, they're not going to end up being better than the Lakers, because the Lakers, they have more experience for games like this that's going to elevate them in higher spots. So when you look at it from that perspective, I see the Lakers landing in the 7th spot. As for some of the other teams in the West, Pelicans, Timberwolves, Thunder, they're just simply not good enough to get into a play-in tournament. They look like they might be good, but I think they're more pretenders rather than contenders. So when you look at it from that perspective, I think the Los Angeles Lakers, they've got a nice stretch run that's coming for them, and they're going to end up being the 7th seed. And in the play-in tournament, if you're the 7th or the 8th seed, you only have to win 1 game. And with the Lakers and the Clippers going up against each other, I'm going to take the Lakers in this one, because I don't trust Russell Westbrook to win big games for the Clippers. So when you look at it from that perspective, that means the Los Angeles Lakers, they're going to end up in the NBA playoffs this year, and they're probably going to end up playing against a team like the Grizzlies in round 1, which is going to be pretty exciting to watch. So when you look at it from that perspective, I've got to say that the Los Angeles Lakers, they're going to rise quickly in the Western Conference, and they're going to be a major factor. And don't sleep on the Lakers, because they're going to go on a tremendous run. They've got a lot of good role players. They've got stars in their team. They've got a good coach. They just got to get on that stretch run. But as long as they can do that, they're going to end up making the playoffs in the Western Conference. So that is why the Los Angeles Lakers will end up making the NBA playoffs this season. Although they will have to win a game in the play-in tournament in order to get to the NBA playoffs, I see the Lakers getting the 7th seed in the Western Conference. Remember, go ahead and subscribe to Sports Guy Talking. Like the video and please comment down below. If you guys do that, I may shout you guys out in my Instagram story every Monday. That will be for the @DustinTran Instagram account. Make sure to follow me on Instagram @DustinTran and @SportsGuy_Talking. Also, go follow me on Twitter @DustinTran. Again, go ahead and do those things that I just told you guys to go do. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the content that was just produced. Peace out. I hope you enjoyed that video. Want more Sports Guy Talking, the home of great sports content? Make sure you click that subscribe button to get the latest from Sports Guy Talking. Go ahead and like the video, comment down below, check the description box on the video in order to follow my Instagram and Twitter. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from the YouTube channel Sports Guy Talking.